The designer from Karaganda conquered Paris, Milan, New York. Do dreams come true? Yes. The life is grateful to those who work and are gifted with talent, who are not afraid of difficulties, like our today's guest. You're watching Kazakh Live San with Bayan Maksatkyzy, and the next 25 minutes will be about life, style, and fashion. Sayat Dosybaev, producer general of Kazakhstan Fashion Week. Being a student, he held his first show. A bright, ambitious designer was noticed and invited to work on TV. A trip to one of the fashion capitals, Milan, changed his life. Today, he is an expert in the world of style, who loves freedom as in youth. It is no coincidence that he named his brand with a line of men's clothing as Nomad. Sayat Dosybaev's clothes are recognizable. Natural fabrics, soft silhouette, comfort, and pastel colors. His inspiration is an independent and self-sufficient young man who builds confidence through personal development and enjoys every day. There he is. Sayat Dosybaev. Sayat, I love you very much. And my love is associated with the noblest human feeling, respect. I respect you as a professional, as a person. As a person who remained loyal to himself, his profession, and his favorite occupation. I can compare you to a dinosaur, a parent, a founder of the Kazakhstani fashion industry. You are such an extraordinary person. You possess a very glamorous, homeless style, honestly. How did it happen that Alexei, Jen, and you became the founders of Kazakhstani fashion? How did Kazakhstani fashion originate?
Hello.
Hello.
I am also very happy to meet you. My love is mutual to you. You know, we've known each other for so many years. We follow each other on social networks. We know about our achievements. I heard you introduce me at the beginning of the program. It is a real story. I was a simple designer from Karaganda and made my success in Milan. In fact, the story is funny, maybe instructive somehow. I graduated from the university. At that time, there wasn't any faculty of design, because fashion wasn't developed well in our country. There was specialty of a general designer. I had a thesis. I had to design the outfit of Tamaris. Other students drew paintings, but I didn't want to draw simple paintings. I was willing to design a costume and demonstrate it on a model.
That is, at the time, you did not know that it's called a designer.
I didn't know that there was a specialty of a designer.
It was commonly known as modeler.
Yes, the profession of a modeler. So I created the costume. I found the model to demonstrate my outfit. I had to defend my costume to the commission. I brought a tape recorder, put a cassette, and pressed play. The music started and I started dancing. The commission members were astonished. In general, I defended excellently my thesis. After that, I became deeply interested in design. I sewed costumes. I looked for models to fit my clothes. Once I held a small show to demonstrate my outfits. A journalist from the local television covered the show and shot the footage. The TV management, after watching news story about my show, offered me to launch a TV program.
Did it happen in Karaganda?
Yes, it took place in Karaganda. I was offered to launch a program on the TV channel. I agreed. The program, Fashion Exclusive, featured fashion, style, and trends. At that moment, I met the designer Francesco. He shared with us useful information and gave new knowledge on fashion design. I had to learn the Italian language. Once he brought a magazine Donna from his trip.
Do you speak Italian?
I started to learn the Italian language. It is a beautiful language, and in general, I like to learn languages. He presented me that magazine. I was very interested in the fashion news. The magazine featured top pictures, fashion ideas, and the latest trends. I had an idea to shoot a video about the fashion industry in Italy. Once Francesco offered us to go to Italy and cover fashion industry of the country. He agreed with the municipality of Milan. We went to Italy. We were met by the president of the Federation of Italian Manufacturers, Designers of Clothes and Fashion, who was Laura Biagiotti's husband. When we arrived in Italy, our delegation was taken to all the fashionable stores, sites.
Laura Biagiotti is the brand, isn't it?
Yes, there are brands such as Laura Biagiotti and Sony. Thanks to this federation, we attended the show of Giorgio Armani.
In 1996, Sayat Dosybaev brought the news story about fashion in Italy in Karaganda.
Yes, the story featured the fashion capital of the world. The program about Italy was screened on the Central TV. Everyone was surprised at the time. And then I moved to Almaty. I presented my pilot program. I released my TV program. My colleague, reporter Alexei Chen, helped me much. At that time, the project East Season was very popular in Kazakhstan.
I remember it.
Alena Rivlina from Sanbel Agency also contributed much to formation of fashion industry in Kazakhstan. These people were the founders of the Kazakhstani fashion industry. I remember we had joint projects. At that time, haute couture was rapidly developing in Kazakhstan. Our people were interested in it. It was a new industry. Such world-famous designers as Ted Lapidus, Givenchy and Nina Ricci came in Kazakhstan to hold their fashion shows. I always tried to be till the show is over and watched how the scenery decorations were dismantled. In general, I like to watch the process of organizing of foreign fashion shows till every detail.
Yes.
I took some kind of samples of the material which they covered the runway with, the pieces of fabric. I collected them and took photos. And then I had an idea to organize some kind of show here in our country. We gathered our team and commenced the preparations. The first week was called Almaty Fashion Week. And later, more and more new designers were willing to showcase their collections.
How many designers were there?
At that moment, when we just started to hold shows, there were probably 2 or 3 designers, such as Caroline Urkadilova, Aida Kaumenova, Sergei Shagunin. They were the designers who were pioneers of the fashion industry.
How did you feel in the content, presenting the collections of only 3 designers?
We had 3 designers, but we also presented the collections of foreign designers. We held fashion weeks for many times.
I remember there were the designers from the CIS.
There were the designers such as Simachov, Nina Donis. We had to fill in the program. The fashion show lasted for 3 days. Every show featured 4 or 5 designers. Of course, the headliners were our Kazakhstani designers. Since it was Almaty Fashion Week, Kazakhstan Fashion Week, we had only few designers. But now, we witness a great progress in the fashion industry.
20 years have already passed.
Kazakhstan Fashion Week officially marked its 15th year anniversary, but 20 years have passed since the fashion started to be developed in Almaty.
Take coffee, Sayat.
So 20 years have passed.
We will continue our conversation.
Of course, fashion progress is obvious.
We will see your collection. So I always keep saying that the designer's clothes determine his personality. How would you define your personality? Is it freedom-loving and democratic?
I'll leave my coffee so that it's convenient to talk with you. I call myself Nomad. I generally feel like a nomad. The reason is that I love freedom, like people who live in a nomadic lifestyle. My style fully corresponds to it.
You are a nomad.
I am a nomad. I have to be always in motion.
You travel across the world from New York to Paris.
Yes, therefore, the small capsule collection was called Nomad. Honestly, I do not position myself as a designer. This is a kind of hobby for me. My friends wear my clothes. For example, even now, I did not even expect that this outfit might look differently on a woman, and I like the way it fits you.
In my opinion, you are the only designer in Kazakhstan who designs clothes for men.
We are currently working over a new collection. There are clothes for women as well. I hope we will find something in the new collection for you.
What kind of a woman inspires you?
I think she is also Nomad. You know, I want to say that men's fashion in the last seasons has changed a lot. And of course, there is the category of clothing that you wear on special occasions. That is, a tuxedo will always remain a special suit. The jacket remains a piece of clothing suitable for every event. But the jacket style is also changing. They can be sewn from a coarse fabric. Presently, even slightly crumpled jackets are very fashionable. Someone doesn't have to iron immediately if he is late. Leave it crumpled. There is nothing wrong with that. Of course, there are some stereotypes that men should dress purely in classical style. Currently, I'm also dressed in a classical outfit.
Yes, sure.
But I combined it with more comfortable footwear. It seems to me that the challenge here is to give a little more freedom when someone is bold to wear white pants, for example. You can just combine different styled clothes. We can add some clothing and get a different look. Also, it can be combined with such a cardigan. It's two-sided.
It's a beautiful cardigan.
Let's make it this way.
This is a nomadic style.
Do you think so?
Like dervish.
Dervish?
Yes.
There are very loose-cut t-shirts there. Here is silk, there is cotton fabric.
It seems to me that the most fashionable thing is a simple cut, nothing complicated. You don't use any complicated cut, do you?
I don't design complex patterns. Everything is quite simple. I don't design slim-fit clothing. Everything is quite casual.
Sayat, how often do you design collections? Once a year or every season?
I do not produce collections every season as all the other designers do.
You can afford it.
Yes.
Do you design a collection whenever you want?
I have a free approach. Currently, I'm working over a new collection. As I said, this collection will feature beautiful looks for women. I will show some of the outfits. When creating all these collections, I was inspired by the nomadic lifestyle. Our ancestors were nomads. In general, nomads occupied the territory of the Silk Road, China, the Central Asia, the Caucasus, Turkey, till Morocco. The trade and communication were developed due to nomadism. This is a mixture of cultures.
What was invented in the 21st century? We know about pants, a shirt, a jacket, and dresses. But what was new? That is, did some designers come up with anything new?
Clothes of free cut became popular. Oversized clothes with dropped shoulder design are trendy. Now there is a trend when the photographers take photos of the models on the runway. A huge number of photographers take photos of people on the street. It is called street fashion. And the street fashion sometimes becomes an inspiration for designers to create and showcase their creations on the runway.
I think that in the 20th century, there were strict, definite rules on color combination.
Of course, that is a tie. The shape of the color should match.
Yes, and everything was very correct and not difficult at all. And now it seems to me that designers from all over the world are breaking all permissible and unacceptable rules.
Yes.
And now the trend is the fashion without rules.
And even breaking the rules give rise to new style, new directions. Not only the style of clothing itself is developing, new kinds of fabric are developing. There are shape memory fabrics that remember the shape of a body.
So all the same, designers are inspired by the street style or nomad style.
This collection is called Nomad Homme Plus. These are double-sided cardigans. You can reverse it and put it on the other side. They are loose pants. They are shortened. They can be combined with sports shoes. Here you can wear ankle boots of interesting style. They can be unlaced.
I see the color scheme is very calm, so you don't like bright colors.
не пестришь.
I never designed clothes of fluorescent color, although my new collection features yellow and dark yellow color. Here it is calm.
Там добавить чуть желтого, немного загрязнил его. Но здесь это спокойно. Там в другом образе, например, там я добавил.
Let's continue.
Some outfits feature strips. Some dresses are sewed from silk. The silk fabric was bought in France.
Франция, это шелк-магазин, который продавал шелк.
This is also a two-sided piece. It can be combined with other clothes. We can wrap in with this cardigan and it will be very cozy.
Why don't you like bright colors?
I like bright colors, but I think that there are many designers who work with these colors. I don't want to.
Этими красками могут работать другие дизайнеры.
When did you become a designer? When did you create your first collection?
Ты создал свою первую коллекцию.
It was in Karaganda.
In the 20th century.
Yes, it was back then when I lived in Karaganda, when I was invited to the program.
Were you inspired by nomadic style?
No, at that time, I didn't have this philosophy, this idea. I designed only what my friends wanted to wear.
Was it a collection of for women?
Women went to the store, bought fabric, and asked me to sew what they liked. So the process of designing took place that way.
And why did you decide to produce the collection of men's clothing? I think it's easy to design women's clothes because they are sold out quickly. Women always want to be bright, unique, rather than men.
Нежели мужчин.
Well, I designed those clothes, which I like. I get attached to comfortable style.
Do you design capsule collections?
There are small collections. Currently, I designed the collection which will be showcased at the show.
Которую работаю, которую хочу показать уже на подиуме, там у меня есть.
I have partners, and we work over our joint collections.
Мы заказали у наших грузинских коллег.
We order shoes from our Georgian colleagues who are engaged in shoes tailoring.
Обувь ручной работы с необычной.
They produce interesting handmade shoes made from unusual fabric. Everything looks exquisite.
Знаешь, что именно handmade. Понимаешь, в этом же.
Handmade pieces are always unique. Well, someone can't wear it on a special event, but on a casual occasion.
Прогуляться, да, то есть тут же тоже можно подать.
Or, for example, you can wear it somewhere for a walk. Put on a cap, a leather belt. It will be quite a nice look.
Уже оригинальный. То есть он будет отличаться, но в нем.
But there is nothing fanciful with this suit. That is, it looks absolutely calm. There are calm colors, calm tones. It is quite a bold look, I think.
Достаточно очень мужественный образ.
I agree with you. I would definitely wear such outfit if I'm a man. Women also like such outfits.
I think this outfit will suit you much, and it's very comfortable.
Yes, and I feel very feminine. In my opinion, it will be more comfortable than any evening dress. We're waiting for another model.
Нежели там в каком-нибудь вечернем наряде. Следующий у нас еще один молодой человек остался.
This is also a calm outfit.
Yes, look, there is a flower print. It is a wrap knitting t-shirt. I wanted to convey Eastern theme. I think the result is good.
Тонкий Восток, и мне кажется, это удалось.
But you definitely don't use synthetic fabrics, which is very fashionable now. Well, you do not sew from synthetics, right?
We use synthetics only for few clothes. In general, I prefer to work with silk, and it is always handmade pieces, hand-woven fabric. And of course, we design clothes from wool. In the past, our designers could design only simple prints and embroidery, but those samples are kept now in the museums and became a source of inspiration for modern designers. Those prints were invented maybe 100 years ago, but presently, they again returned to fashion and became trendy and relevant. For example, famous paisley pattern was created 100 years ago.
It's a droplet-like ornament.
I love this ornament very much. It represents a magical idea. This outfit also designed with cardigan. It is very cozy, nice outfit. The same as yours, the same cut, just a different color.
Sayat, do you feel like the founder of the Kazakhstani fashion?
Продюсером казахстанской моды.
Probably yes.
Ощущаю себя таковым.
А ты считаешь, что вот все наши дизайнеры...
Do you think that all our designers are your and Alexei Jan's followers?
I would probably say that Kazakhstan Fashion Week opened the way for our designers in the fashion industry, and we are very happy about this.
Вот это наш там ребенок, мы его там.
We are proud of this. I think designers remember it. And you know, we are very grateful to all our designers for their loyalty, for their love.
Которые там изначально и за их верность.
And not only designers thank us as the founders of Kazakhstan Fashion Week, they are grateful to all our Kazakhstanis who support them, who go to their ateliers and wear their clothes.
Кто заходит к ним в салон,
Thanks to our designers, the fashion weeks, we can say proudly that we have our own developed fashion industry.
получается то, что Казахстан
Because it is the fashion industry, the beauty industry that show the level of country's very modern, very dynamic development. Fashion industry represents the level of country's progress.
потому что вот по этому
And therefore, we hold such projects in other countries, not only in Kazakhstan. We successfully organize Azerbaijan Fashion Week in Azerbaijan. We will hold Tajikistan Fashion Week in Dushanbe for the 4th season in a row. These are our successful projects.
Душанбе, Таджикистан, это наша такая отдаленная.
When we will have our own world-famous designers?
Taking advantage of this conversation, I would like to say that they are talented, ambitious designers, but they don't realize own potential.
Well, what do they need to do to become world famous? Should they receive education?
Of course, they need education. Someone is very gifted. They have talent to create. They have inherited a sense of style, a sense of fashion. Of course, such young designers should be supported.
Это вот все-таки врожденное. Врожденное бывает чувство.
And so I want to say, if there are such talented designers, please contact with Bayan. Write her a letter. She will surely give it to us. Write to us. We are all available on Instagram, on social networks, so we will be glad to meet with such people.
Все доступны в Инстаграме, да, там, в социальных сетях.
And we will have a Kazakhstani designer who will work in Europe. We already have some candidates. There are some Russian, Georgian designers who already work in the world-famous fashion houses.
Потому что есть российские, грузинские.
Yes.
Perhaps soon we will have new talented designers.
Есть вот просто вот не в данный момент, но это может быть очень скоро.
Well, actually, ladies and gentlemen, upcoming designers Sayat Dosybaev and Kazakhstan Fashion Week present a good opportunity to realize one's own talent.
There is a competition that is set up to identify and support up-and-coming young designers with great design ideas. If, for example, men are afraid to express their unusual style, some young women like to wear fashion-forward clothes. Someone doesn't have to wear branded clothes, but if they have a good style, they can combine different clothes to be unique.
Надеть на себя какую-то брендовую вещь, чтобы она кричала там на всю грудь, да?
Yes.
From high-end designer labels to more affordable mid-range brands, keep exploring all year round. You'll end up with some truly special, stylish finds.
Алмате, такую нотку, такие маленькие брызги.
Listen, people say that women are always considered to be dressed for men. In fact, modern psychology defines that women dress from women. But who are men really dressing for?
Men usually dress for themselves.
I agree with you.
I would like to say that in Almaty, I see a lot of people who dress versatile clothes. I walk along the street and I don't even have time to take the phone, turn on the camera, and take a picture of those people. When I see such a creatively dressed person, I can make them a compliment telling that they look stylish.
Когда иду вот навстречу, я вижу хорошо, так интересно, креативно одетого человека, там девушка или это может быть парень, я все говорю, вы стильно выглядите.
Sayat, thank you very much. Live long, create. Let Kazakhstan Fashion Week become famous across the world and become our Kazakhstan's brand.
За грани Казахстана и станет брендом нашим. Еще громче, еще ярче.
Thank you very much.
Well, my dear viewers, I wish you to follow the fashion and stay loyal to your own style. See you next week.